happened? I have so many payloads.
It's probably like you probably like press Control and Shift or something into it, or is there just like happen to be two?
I just moved it and there was two.
My bad. Okay,
Fine by me.
so let's start, I suppose.
Yeah, so we were looking at the Junkrat as a possible second DPS for defense.
That's what we ran last night on defense, correct?
Yeah, we were also discussing the possibility of Sombra or Gangu.
Oh.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Uh,
I'm not a fan of the Gangu. I
yeah.
don't think I'm a fan of the Sombra.
I don't like either personally. I don't think the summer adds that much.
No, I don't think so either. The thing is I'm also not a huge fan of the Junkrat, so I'm not really sure what else.
I mean, we could potentially just run a Brigitte. I mean, like I know if they go fair, it's kind of a struggle, but like as long as Ben can at least pressure her, we should be fine.
Well, he's on 15 ping now. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think you can deal with a fair by yourself, Ben? What?
I don't think that it's really a reasonable expectation.
We could just run like McCree and Hanzo.
We could run the Ana for their Pharah.
Isn't McCree what we did last night?
No, I think we did the Junkrat.
We could do McCree Hanzo.
No, we did the. Well, you mean
Yeah,
on
we
defense?
did the McCree last night.
No, I thought we.
On defense, we did the McCree.
Yeah, I remember.
But
like,
I
we
couldn't.
rolled out with like we
that
walked
was-
out
that
with
was-
this, and then like before the match started.
That's
we
why I
changed
was
our
complaining
minds.
about my 3-second dead eyes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
But McCree is really good on this map.
I mean, I like McCree Hanzo for the second point, and even like maybe throughout the game on defense.
Yeah, for
McCree
first
shuts
point,
down
I think
Pharah pretty
the
easily
only
here.
time the McCree might not be viable is on the very last point, and then we just swap to swap to Bree Hanzo.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like kind of split, but I guess the two DPS that I would vouch for are McCree or Pharah here.
We could do a Farah. I don't know. Huh. I guess Farah could work.
I do like the McCree though,
No, the McCree's really good too.
even though Ben had 5 million ping. I still think the McCree is good here.
Any other input, guys?
Like the McCree.
I like McCree.
We know you like McCree, Ben.
Do you also like McCree LW?
I play Reinhardt.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
So do we just want to do like McCree Hanzo?
I like this.
Okay. Let's do it then. I guess second point we can also do the McCree Hanzo, and then
Second point, I think this is pretty much exactly the same.
Do we want to run the Lucio though on the first point defense instead of a Zen?
I think Lucio is good for first. I don't know about second.
I think second definitely Zen, and also third Zen as well. First points.
Third is
The...
questionable.
I guess once we swap to the Brigitte, it's better to have Lucio, but I think second point the Zen's better because you have more like sight lines to actually do damage and stuff. But I don't know. What does everyone else think?
I kind of zoned out. I'm not gonna lie.
So Zenyatta so we're talking about Lucio for first point.
Lucio or
I
Zen?
think both Pirate and I feel that Zenyatta is stronger for second point.
I like the speed boost for contesting when it's not on bridge.
I feel like we should still be able to do that though with just a Zen. The Zen Discord orb though for second point and also the extra damage is super useful.
Time.
What was that, Impressionist?
We're gonna have an awful lot of walking time.
I suppose, but like I mean, like my thing is that like the Discord orb is super useful, and also Zen is also like an extra damage source, which is really nice. And you know, although trans is not like as good as it used to be, it's still really good.
Well, one thing that I do notice with Zen is when we have a Zen and the enemy team has a Lucio, like we're always winning the shield war. Because like I'm just shooting their shield 24/7.
Exactly. It's also that's another thing Zen adds the shield pressure, which is huge.
I don't know. Like, what about you, ALW? Like as a tank, how do you feel about second point Zen versus Lucio?
Well, it depends, because Zen is good with long range, then than shooting or kind of sniping. Then Lucio is more for speed boost and rushing.
Oh, also for second point, I feel like the double
too.
sniper might be better instead of the McCree. Like with
Makes
the
sense,
Widow.
a little bit better. Yeah.
I mean, second point Eichenwald, like we've seen, like teams use Widow all the time. There's just so many sidelines.
I think like the range that you have with McCree, especially on high ground, like this is all like within McCree's like value range.
But you also have all that with Widow.
Yeah, but the sightlines aren't that long. I agree Widow is definitely good here. I don't know if she's better.
I personally think she's better, but I'll go with what Ben says.
Let's see.
No, not to invalidate you, by the way, Kiwi. Just, you know, he's a hit scan player.
No, my opinion's invalid. I agree. I'm just a Kiwi.
The only like way McCree excels here is with his ult. Like if I poke people from far away, like if I'm on the catwalk and I poke people from far away, Widow's obviously gonna be better. Because like McCree's damage off is insane.
Do you think that overall the Widow's
But his
better?
Deadeye is insane here. Because Widow's kind of hard pushing, like...
We're talking about defense here. No, we're talking about defense.
Defense?
I guess personally, I feel like Widow is kind of better here, and McCree is kind of better here.
See, I think Widow is like just as good in both of those spots. Because I feel like there's just so many sight lines. And, like,
I honestly don't know. We can try both. Because I haven't scrimmed this map enough to actually understand how like where teams push and like where team fights happen and where flankers go and all that stuff. Like we can try doing both. I don't have an opinion on this.
Okay, well, since it looks like Pirate's leaning mostly towards Widow, do we want to start by trying with the Widow and then see how that goes and swap to McCree if we feel like we want to?
I mean, I don't want to just do it because I want it. Like, I've been like, what would you like to start with?
No, we can start with the Widow. I mean, like, we're gonna try both anyway, so it doesn't matter what we start with.
Well, did we do the McCree last time or the Widow last time?
We did the McCree last time, but I had 200.
Let's stick on the McCree then, since we already started practicing with the McCree. And then if we feel like the Widow might work better, like once we practice it more, then we can potentially swap to the Widow. But let's start with the McCree since we've been practicing that already. Last point, I think just Hanzo Bree. And then everything else stays the same except I do actually we were discussing the Lucio of the Zen. I do think the Zen's better here.
I really like the Lucio here.
I think Lucio's better here. I think if I have a trans, I hang on to Zen until I use the trans, but I don't know. Like this is
okay. If both of you think the Lucio's better,
these corners are like for Lucio to be able to speed boost like in and out of these. Like we can disengage and like engage them really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Corners are huge.
Okay, I'll go with that then.
And there's much more healing for the team because almost everyone's gonna be grouped up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
And then you have that Lucio healing on top of Briggs healing.
Yeah. That's fair, yeah. I'll go, yeah. You guys, yeah, that's fair. I agree. Alright, so I think we kind of know what we're doing now. Let's go back to first point, by the way. I want to go back to first point. For defense and also the first point offense, I feel like we kind of lacked a bit, especially on the offense side of Eichenwald for first point, because we didn't even cap it. I'd like to go over that again.
Yeah, okay.
So
start with attack then?
Yes.
Or do we want to talk about defense?
Let's start with attack, because I think our defense wasn't horrible, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I think we held a couple pushes, which was pretty good. But our offense was pretty garbage, no offense. I think it's just
I just reloaded defense, didn't I?
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
But yeah. So when we push, obviously we go to the right and then we start pushing up. By the way, when I'm saying right, I think we got a little bit confused the first time because when we were scrimming, we pushed to the right side. Well, we pushed to the left if we're looking at it like this.
Yeah,
so the thing is that
the right,
enemy team was holding like here.
Yeah, that's why we.
So that's why we went the other way, and I think that's acceptable.
I actually disagree. I think we still should have gone to the right and just speed into them and get an early engagement instead of. Because like either way it's gonna be bad for us, so it's better I think to go the way that's like better like if like in most situations, like the one that we like discussed. But I mean, unless you guys disagree, I don't know. Like I felt like right was still better.
I prefer engaging from the left area since they were set up there. We have the corner to ourselves to fall back into, and they're not quite set up for a point.
So if they're defending here, here's my 2 cents on this. So if they're defending here and we push into them, number one, we're probably already losing the shield war because we had this entire sight line that they're bursting down our shield, and we don't really have a good retreat. I mean, I guess we can go around this corner now that I think about it, but the enemy team kind of also has like a lot of sort of things they can rotate around and like play around, and they can easily like re-engage us. I feel like this is just kind of asking for a worse fight than coming around here and kind of having this sort of like area where we can kind of hide behind payload or this building.
Okay. I suppose.
I feel like
I
this
guess if they're holding like
defensive
that
position for us.
See, what I'm thinking is like if they're holding like behind the that rubbish right there of the Omnic guy, like to the not there, so like below it. Like I was thinking if they were holding there, or even to the other side that you drew a red circle on the right side of it, like even if not like there, like I feel like it's better just to speed like right there. Like if they're holding there, I don't think it's too bad to go to the right, but I don't know. I guess if they're holding that far, then left actually still would be better.
So the thing about left is like we also have a presence on point here, and they have to engage on us now. Like they're kind of giving up their
but if they see us engaging
advantage.
left, if they see us engaging left, they're just gonna like rotate back to the point, and then they're gonna meet us on that corner on the left.
Yeah, but we have a Lucio.
But what if they have a Lucio?
We're like we're favored there because they're gonna naturally be trying to duck behind cover. They're not gonna put all 6 of them on point. If they see us circling around left, they want to keep their current setup and not just try to move everyone over right then. And if they do, they're obviously not set up. We're favored again.
Okay. So I guess we only go right if they're set up on the left.
Yeah. Also, Farah can kind of harass them as they're moving around.
So basically, the direction we go is based on where they're set up. So if they're set up on left, we go right. If they're set up on right, we go left.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit more common. We'll be seeing most teams here, in which case we would take this path or this path.
The left side is what we decide to set up as well. So.
Yeah. I think in the more unusual case where they're over here, I think it's fair. I think it's still smarter for us to kind of rotate around.
And just being certain here, so once we do go, so let's assume they are set up on the left and we decide to go to the right. Which of those areas did we decide to go to? Did we decide to go to the left area or the right area? Or did it depend on something?
That's up to ALW depending on the situation.
Okay, so ALW gets to decide. Okay, we'll just follow
him.
him.
So we'll just kind of follow him based on his judgment of the situation, depending on, where his shield is at.
Yeah, just let us know. Just let us know
what heroes they have.
Yeah, just let us know which way you are going when you do decide ALW, so that we know instead of having to just like wait for you to like start walking. Cool. All right, I think we're good then for this. We should probably go and start getting into the game since we have 10 minutes.
Guys,
yes.
Since we're using voice chat in game, is there a way for spectators to listen into voice chat?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
I could stream on Twitch.
No, that's not.
No, that's not a problem. But the thing is, because V's not gonna record tonight, then. Because like we're not using Discord, so she can't hear anything.
Yeah, she can't listen in on our comms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're using in-game chat.
We can talk to Bonzi just to make sure.
Yeah, Bonzi said she's having issues with her internet when she's using Discord.
Discord's giving me issues. I had a coach.
Which this is not the first time that's happened. We've had multiple having issues.
It's not the first time, but like, why did it come back again?
To be fair, actually, one way that we could do it potentially is that, like one of us from one of us. So we can have a group, right? A group chat.
They wouldn't hear that one person.
And then we invite V to the group, and then one person goes into the Discord, and then everyone else goes into the Discord except for like there is a way to do it, I think.
It's really complicated.
Yeah, it's really complicated though.
Whatever is okay.
Wait, Bonzi, do you the why though?
I think he meant, do you know why?
No, I know. I just I just love
And
reading.
Bonzi.
I love reading people's typos. It's just like, wait, Bonzi, do you the why though? Cause like it was fine before, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So do we want to look at first point defense one more time, or just get in game now?
I think we're good. We can just like do a bit of warm up.
Okay.
No one else is online but ALW. Did that guy friend request you, by the way, Impressionist?
I need to send him a friend request.
Okay. Let's go ahead and drop back into the Atrio Discord, though. Wait, where is it? What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Hello, hello!
You want a 1v1 pirate?
Oh, I'm getting everyone else in first. I'm going to set it up, though. Presets. Free for all. Settings, maps, none. Castillo. Oh, I should stop my recording for now.